I'm Mark, this is my August review for those of you with the Sun in Pisces and Pisces rising. We start the month with the Sun in your 6th house. Now the Sun in the 6th is concerned with health issues, so you may be looking at your diet or your exercise. Are you doing enough? Do you need to change these things? Also, your daily work routines. Are you efficient enough? Can I make myself more efficient? The Sun makes a square to Uranus in the 3rd house, and this can be a sign of too much work in too little time, over-scheduling. But it's also rapid thinking. It's quick, so use your mind to work out what the solutions are to these issues and solve them. Also, Mercury makes 2 aspects on the 1st, one to Saturn and one to Pluto, who are conjunct in the 11th house. And Mercury here wants to express itself more freely and in line with its current situation. So you need to review your goals and get rid of any goals that are holding you back or not useful anymore. The Pluto side will bring strong sexual desires and thoughts of romance. These can have a transforming effect. Pluto wants you to be individual, to stand out, be different from everyone else. The other aspect on the 1st is Venus conjuncting the North Node. Now, Venus has been going through your 4th house of the home, so you may have been staying at home more. There wasn't that need to go out, maybe because you're in lockdown, but you've been making your home a better place, or you have that desire to move to a better place. On the 1st, the connection with the North Node, which is our spiritual way forward, could be a clue as to how things pan out in the future. You could see something or hear something that clicks with you and you think, yes, that's the direction I need to go in. On the 3rd, we have a full moon, but the moon is in your 12th house, so you need a quieter day really. You need time to think about your feelings, let the feelings come up from the unconscious and deal with them. It's a good time to talk to someone who's close to you if you have these feelings that are coming up. The other thing on the 3rd is Mars is making a square to Jupiter, and Mars is in the 2nd house of finances. Jupiter's in the 11th house of goals. This is a good time to set new goals, because Mars in the 2nd wants financial freedom and success. Jupiter wants independence and freedom within your career. So this is a good time to set new goals so that both of these can be happy and you can move forward. On the 5th, Mercury moves into the 6th house and joins the Sun. And when the two come together, communication is enhanced. The Sun can more easily express itself. On the 10th, the two make a trine aspect to Mars. Now here we have Mars energy combining with the Sun energy. Mars is like the knight that serves the king. Their energy comes together, it's quite dynamic, so you need to channel this well. Mars then makes a square aspect to Pluto on the 12th. This is difficult because Mars-Pluto energy is very intense. It can be very explosive. So you need to channel it well. If it's left unchanneled, it can be rampant and cause accidents. Also with this aspect, it's good for setting goals, transformative goals for the future. You can also come up against someone who is powerful on this day, who wants to have power over you. There could be a power struggle as well, so just be careful. On the 17th, both the Sun and Mars make positive aspects to the Moon's nodes. And there are 2 Moon's nodes, the North and the South. We spoke briefly earlier when Venus contacted the North Node. This time both nodes are active. The North Node is our spiritual way forward. The South Node is where we've come from. We've been there, we've done that. It has nothing new to teach us. The North Node has everything to teach us. It's unfamiliar territory, but it's the way to go. In your chart, the North Node is in the 4th house. So whatever happens around this time, it's got a connection with the home. It could be that you'll be working from home in the future. It could be that you'll be self-employed and use your home as a base. Could be that you'll move to a home that's spiritually right for you. 2 days later, there's a new moon. So whatever has happened with the nodes, the new moon, you'll be able to put it into practice. The new moon is about new beginnings. On the 20th, Mercury moves into your 7th house and Virgo. 2 days later, the Sun follows. Now the emphasis changes. The emphasis is now on other people, being with other people, working with other people. You don't really want to be spending time alone now. You want to be involved. This is good because people can help you. Cooperation can help you reach your goals. The other thing is, the Virgo energy is very hands-on. It's practical earth. It's good for analysing, for practical, detailed work. So now, this is a doing stage. You need to push forward, getting things organised. Good planning, organisation is all to do with Virgo. Then, 2 days later, Mars makes a square to Saturn. Now this is a time when you just need to ease back a bit, because Mars energy is very assertive and forward pushing, whereas Saturn is restricting and limiting. So this is a day when you're not going to get much done. It's like trying to drive your car with a handbrake on. It doesn't go very fast. So today we analyse our goals. We see if the direction we're going in fits our goals. If not, we need to readjust. Also look at friends, acquaintances, any of those that no longer fit, put them aside. Foster new relationships, ones that can help you. Towards the end of the month, Mercury makes 3 aspects. The first is to Uranus. Now this is rapid thinking. Your mind will be in overload. Uranus represents the higher form of Mercury, which is higher forms of communication. So you could be receiving messages from the unconscious or the spirit world. Things will come through. This will give you great new ideas. It'll be so busy in your mind you might have a job to sleep that night. The second is to Jupiter. Now here you can foster new relations. You can talk to people who will benefit you, that will help you achieve your goals. And the last, on the 31st, is to Neptune. Now on this day you may struggle with your identity. Neptune puts a fog around things and it's in your first house, so you may struggle to get clarity of mind. So this is a day when your mind will not be so active, but it might be a little bit cloudy. Venus, who's now in your 5th house of creativity, makes the last 2 aspects of the month. First is a square to Mars on the 29th. When Venus and Mars come together, fireworks can happen. It can be very passionate, but it can also come with conflict sometimes. Mars in the 2nd wants to defend your self-worth and your values. Venus wants to express herself creatively in the 5th house. So this is a good time that you may discover a creative talent or an artistic avenue that you could explore to make money from. The last aspect Venus makes is to Pluto in the 11th house. Venus-Pluto is intense desire. If you're in a relationship, this can be very transforming, very passionate time. If not, it could be that you're attracted to someone that you already know, and this could have a transforming effect as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, or if you'd like to leave a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you. Have a great month.